So I'm Christopher Eldredge. I am currently the Senior Director of Business Intelligence at Paycor. Paycor is a human capital management software as a service company. And I have been working in the data and analytics space for over 25 years. I've seen a lot of changes over the years. A lot of my career has been in and out of working in finance departments, but I've also worked in a variety of capacities across the business. Yeah, so if I go back to when I first started as a financial analyst, one of the things that we really struggled with was moving the data in and out of the spreadsheets, working with loads and loads of spreadsheets. And it turned out that I had an aptitude for housing that data. I even found a free database we got from someone and started using that. And immediately the company said, you know what, you should be in IT. There was a clear distinction between what finance did, what IT did, and what the rest of the business did. And there was no gray area of, hey, you might be an information worker or data worker in the finance department. So as I see over the years it's evolved, now we have this separation of data and technology, whereas IT is really focused on the technology components of what the company needs to do. But data really is a separate piece. And traditionally no one's really owned the data in companies. It's been a challenge for them to think about it from an ownership perspective going forward. But we're seeing this now new role where you have people that are responsible just for the data, not necessarily the technology, that sits somewhere between the IT and business departments. So basically, if you think about where data is today, data is evolving. You might have heard a few years back a lot about big data, and every corporate report seemed like referenced that the companies had big data initiatives. You don't hear that as much anymore. You hear a lot more about cloud, and the data has also moved to the cloud. How you need to think about data today is about data pipelines, about that value chain where data is flowing, not just inside your company, but externally as well. It's something that can be packaged, shared, and even sold between companies. And if we think about that data pipeline, it really means that you have to think about where those pieces are coming from, how you're going to manage or control those components, and really thinking about how to conform that data so that it's standard and can be easily used and exchanged is where the real challenge is. And that requires a lot of what you may have heard of called data governance, where you really focus on managing the definition, ownership, and quality of that data.